What is going on, guys? Nathan here, and this is Heavy Bullets, an indie game on Steam for $10. This game is basically a randomized FPS dungeon crawler where you try to survive against very hard-hitting monsters with very, very limited ammo. I actually fell in love with this game after my friend Zist gifted it to me on Steam. So shout out to Zist for saving me $10. But this game is really fun because it's very simple, and I think it provides like a good test of your sort of gaming survival skills. Because you are given only 6 shots and 3 life, but like each one of those, each single bullet in your gun and each single heart of your life is worth a lot. Okay, you kind of have to maintain a perfectionist perspective in this game, because if you lose even like a half of a heart, which is typically the amount of damage that any one monster will do to you, that is a huge deal. But anyway, I like the game because it's sort of a test of your skills, because you have to have a good sense of like situation analysis. It's a good test of your aiming skills because your ammo is very valuable. So if you waste a lot of ammo, you are going to die very, very quickly. And it's also a good test of your reaction time, which kind of ties into that situation analysis and aiming skills component. But I just love having to make the decision when you walk around a corner and you see like 4 monsters, like having to make that decision of what to do in this situation. Like, first of all, you kind of go through this fight or flight response. Like, do I want to kill these guys? Like, should I back up, let them come to me, or should I actually stick around? And I mean, most of the time you actually just back up and try to take them on one by one. But a lot of like that doesn't happen all of the time. Like, sometimes you open a door and like there is no corner to hide around. Like, you have to decide what to shoot first. You have to kind of, at the same time as all this is happening, you have to sort of dodge their shots. Like, do I kill the thing that is rushing at me first? Do I kill the thing that is also rushing at me but has poison? Do I kill the thing that's shooting at me from a distance, which I know will do damage if I forget to keep dodging its shots? Like, it's those sort of decisions that make this game really fun, and I think it's a little bit hard to describe to somebody who hasn't played the game, but it's just having just a lot of action all at once just makes the game really fun. Like I said, it's just a little bit hard to explain, but not only is that sort of raw test of skill very fun to experience, but this is the game for perfectionists. I like, as a gamer, I am sort of satisfied when I can make it through a level without having like lost a life or like missed a shot or like not missed a bullet. And I don't know if other people might get that sort of reaction too, but being a perfectionist, like, there's something to be said about the enjoyment that comes from the fact that like you played through this level flawlessly without taking any damage, or like without, like I said before, missing a shot or something like that. And that's like, you sort of have to, like I mentioned before, you have to have that sort of perspective, because if you just take damage or lose some bullets willy-nilly, you are definitely going to die by level 3 or 4-ish. Like, if you really want to make like a try-hard run, you have to take everything really slowly and make sure that when you know there's going to be combat, you are ready to approach that situation and make some decisions very fast. But I haven't made it past level 4 so far, because there's 2 boss fights in the game. It's at level 4 and it's at level 8. And the level 8 is obviously the final boss, but I haven't made it past the level 4 boss quite yet. So only halfway through the game. But it takes so much to actually get to those higher levels. Like, it's kind of like playing zombies, to be honest, because like you try to make it to those higher levels or those higher rounds, and I'm sorry, I should probably clarify. I was talking about these zombies in like Call of Duty. So like Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies was I played a lot of that back in the day when I used to play Call of Duty. But you try really hard to make it to those rounds, and then like either by some stroke of luck or by some lack of focus you fail, and then all of a sudden you have to start over again in the same sort of scenario. And it does help out that this game has randomized levels, so not everything is the same all the time. If it was, that would actually be easy to beat, because you would know where every single monster is at, and every single, where all of the combat rooms are, where like you can't really hide, you have to fight these guys. But So yeah, while this game is sort of similar to that Call of Duty Zombies type of setup, what's different about this game actually is that you can sort of invest over multiple trials of going through the dungeons. So like if you have 50 coins, for example, you can actually deposit that into this sort of banking system where if you die, that 50 coins is still there. So you can actually withdraw that to buy more bullets or whatever you might need in your next run through. And there are even life items that will sort of, well, okay, so there's like life insurance that will give you money if you die. So you you basically buy it when you know that you're going to die if you have like a heart or half of a heart, so that you can actually earn some money, and you can actually like make money that way. I think it's automatically deposited into the banking system. But there's also like items that will give you your exact same loadout at level 1 that you had the moment when you died. So if you had like 11 bullets in your possession, that you'd spawn at level 1 again with 11 bullets in your possession. And I like that in the game because it's sort of like you're used to the faster pace of the higher levels, and then if you buy one of those items, you can sort of just breeze through the lower levels while still trying to be careful at the same time, because you can't get too cocky. That's pretty much how you die in this game. But it sort of quickens the pace of the lower levels once you die. So I really like that. That was kind of a good idea by the developer, and it makes it so that in the game, if you keep trying and you just keep going, and you kind of stay at your peak performance, you can beat the game simply by sort of having just sheer money. Like if you earn, I don't know, if you did a run where you deposited all of your money into the banking system, let's say like you earned, I don't know, $300 on your first run, and you did that like 5 times and you just have a ridiculous amount of cash, you can basically buff yourself up so much that it becomes a lot harder to fail at the game. I haven't tried this strategy, but I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there who might have already. Otherwise, I might try it myself. Just do like money runs where you just deposit all of your money in the bank. But that's kind of how you beat the game. You're either just really good by yourself. You get some lucky drops, like there are like security clearance rooms where you get some special item or like an extra heart or something, or you just kind of deposit a crap ton of money and try to buy those items, so that in the later levels you won't be floundering as much. But I do kind of like the variety of creatures as well. There's kind of, I mean, it's hard going through the first time because you don't necessarily know what everything is and like how that creature attacks. But I actually watched some YouTube videos before I actually played the game, just out of curiosity, and so I kind of learned ahead of the time what the creatures do. And like you kind of learn like what creatures have poison, so that you don't, or so that like you'll be taking damage over time if you happen to get hit by this. And I think that would be one of the only flaws in the game that I would actually bother to point out, is that I wish there was just a little bit more information on the actual creatures, so you might know what to actually expect. Otherwise, if you round a corner and you see this new creature and you have no idea what it does, it's really hard to react to that situation because you don't know how that creature fights or like what it does or anything like that. So if anything, I just wish there was maybe like a beginner, like, I don't know, table set up where you spawn or something that like shows at least like a picture of the creature or something, or even like put some information about the creatures in like one of the security clearance rooms, so that like maybe like if you get lucky you can find like in advance you can know what this creature does, or maybe like where it might be if you wanted to sort of make a prediction. I don't know, so you could do something with prediction, but that might be hard with the randomized corridors and whatnot. But I don't know. I think as it is, Heavy Bullets is pretty good. I mean, for what it's $10 on Steam, so it's not going to be like some AAA title or anything like that. But it's really nice to just try out, and I would definitely suggest it, and you guys should totally pick this up on Steam. And it is an indie game, which, I mean, I don't play a ton of indie games, but I really love it when I do find an indie game that I like, because myself, I would actually like to be an independent developer one day. So I think that I could, like, finding an indie game that I like, kind of, I don't know, it just makes me feel happy, because maybe someday I can be that indie developer and have games that other people really like a lot. So I think I'll actually wrap up the video here. This is Heavy Bullets, $10 on Steam. Go pick it up. And I mean, I'm not being paid by the developer or anything to make this video, so this is just purely opinion. I just actually like it that much to make an entire video on the game. And yeah, I'll wrap the video here. So as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a rating. I always appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to me already, feel free to check out my content. And if you do like that sort of content, then feel free to subscribe. And I think I will see you guys later. So have a nice day, everybody, and peace out.